Hello, my name is Erin Charawati, and I am an assistant director in the Career Center here at UMass Amherst in the College of Natural Sciences. I'm here today to talk to you about how to write a cover letter. I first want to just mention some of the great resources we have within our Career Center. And we have that website up on top, cns.umass.edu/careers. Our Central Career Hub also has some great resources, especially as far as career exploration. We offer individual advising appointments, walk-in with career peer advisors, interview help, a handbook that covers information on resumes, cover letters, getting research, potential employers for different majors, as well as an internship and research database that you can use to see what other students and previous students have done during their time here at UMass. We also have a great resource in Handshake, which has jobs, internships, research opportunities, as well as career events and career fairs here on campus. Take a look at our website and get a lot of great resources there. So overall, what is a cover letter? A cover letter is a document, almost always one page, that is usually sent with your resume. And that provides additional information about your skills and experiences to an employer. While your resume lists your past experiences and skills, your cover letter is going to connect to the ways in which those experiences make you a qualified candidate for that position. So your cover letter should highlight the most important experiences and skills from your resume and make a clear connection with those skills to what the what the job description is looking for, the specific skills and experiences that employer wants for that workplace and position to which you are applying. Cover letter is not always required. We often get that question of, well, it doesn't say I need one. Do I have to? You don't have to, but it can really boost your chances of getting an interview when you tailor it to that position and you explain why your skills and experience are the best fit for that position. It gives the employer one more resource to take a look at and helps you to make your case of, hey, this is my experiences in my resume, and this is why I fit exactly what you're looking for and why I would be a great candidate. It lets you show your motivation and enthusiasm for that position. It also helps you show how you can add value to that organization. If you give an example of something, a skill you have that matches what they're looking for, it helps them to see you and visualize you as a potential employee and helps them to figure out how you would fit in with their organization. So you want to make sure when you're writing a cover letter, you know the general job description, some information about the company, the desired qualifications and skills, and the key values and words from that job posting. And I'm going to show you how to include those. So doing that research will help you to tailor your cover letter for that position. Look for mission statements, the organization's vision and goals, as well as those key terms for that job description. The general layout of a cover letter is going to be pretty consistent. We use business format. So you actually don't, if you notice here in this example, you don't even indent your paragraphs. You keep everything left justified to the left side of the page. At the top is going to be your return address. You do not have to do an actual street address. You can just do your city and state. The date which you are sending this letter, the name and address of the company, the person to who you are sending it to. Ideally, if you can find a name, a contact, the head of the department, the PI, include that name. If you do not know the name of the person, go look to see if they have, dear college recruiting team, dear hiring manager, dear human resources director. Try to find the title if you cannot find the name. Often the name, especially if you are using a handshake position, the name of the contact is often in that job description. So do a little digging and see if you can find it. And then the general format is going to be an introduction, one or two middle paragraphs, and then a conclusion for your letter. That introduction is you want to state the actual position you are applying for and the name of the company to show them that you're personalizing it. Tell them how you found out about the position and who you are. If you are a first-year student here at UMass Amherst, if you are a recent graduate, if you are, and your major as well. Those middle two paragraphs are going to talk about those skills that you have and how that fits. I'm going to show you next how you will match those skills to your skills and experiences to what they're looking for. And then your conclusion should really seal the deal. Restate your interest, show that enthusiasm, let them know how they can reach you for the next steps, and let them know when you are available to start. Your cover letter should be professional, but reflect your personality and motivation. Tailor it to that specific position. you are going to write a separate cover letter for every job you apply to. And yes, I realize that's going to take some extra time, but it really does make a difference. If you want to show your enthusiasm for that job or that internship or research position, I'm going to use the word job a little interchangeably here throughout this workshop. But if you can show them that you're enthusiastic and you want that job, not just any job, that will really help them to see you as a candidate who would fit in with their company and who's really excited to work with them. You want to give some examples of your skills and experiences that match the position. You're not just going to rewrite phrases from your resume, you're going to expand on those. And if you have this skill, this is how it's going to help you within that company. Oops. You want to make sure you know your audience. Your goal in the cover letter and when sending a resume and cover letter is to get an interview. It's not to get the job. You are still going to have to meet with someone one-on-one or on Zoom these days, in some cases, to show them that you are the right candidate for the job. But this resume and cover letter will help you to get to that interview, help you to stand out from the crowd and help them to see you as someone they want to meet in person. You want to be as descriptive as possible within your content. Employers can afford to be picky. You have to write your cover letter from their perspective and showing the skills and values and qualifications that they are looking for. You don't always have to be the most qualified candidate. You have to be qualified. You do have to fit their minimum qualifications, of course, but you want to show that you have the most enthusiasm and motivation to do that job while you are a qualified candidate. I am going to show a really quick, let me just pull up the sound here. Really quick 2-minute video that I think is a really great way to show that enthusiasm within your letter.
This cover letter trick will make hiring managers read to the end. When you get the chance to submit a cover letter for the perfect job opportunity, you want your letter to stand out. The exact type of cover letter you write depends on the nature of the company, role, and industry. But here's a simple trick you can use in almost any field to quickly grab the interest of the person reading your letter. Step 1. The trick begins with the first sentence. Most cover letters start out something like this. I'm writing in response to the marketing associate position at XYZ Incorporated that was recently advertised. Or, I'm writing to apply for the marketing associate position at XYZ. Instead, consider beginning your cover letter like this. I'm thrilled to apply for the marketing associate position at XYZ. This sentence shows enthusiasm and is much more powerful. Step 2. The next part of the trick is writing something like this as your second sentence. There are 3 reasons why I would be the perfect match for this position. This is the kicker. Saying you have 3 specific reasons why you match the position is very compelling and will make any hiring manager keep reading. They will not be able to resist finding out what they are. After this sentence, name your 3 reasons while adding some personality. The person reading your cover letter has never met you, so if you sound like every other person, they'll stop reading. That's why it's so important that your beginning stands out and catches their eye. Step 3. Here are some ways to write your reasons while adding some personality. The first reason is, I'm slightly obsessed with, insert something here that relates to the role. If you're going for a marketing analytics role, being slightly obsessed with pivot tables would be a plus. The second reason is, I have direct experience with, insert a concise story of your experience related to the role. The third and most important reason is, I'm fascinated with, here insert something that shows how passionate and enthused you are about the role you're applying for. Thanks so much for tuning into this Vault video. Please be sure to check out the rest of our series.
Okay, So again, showing that enthusiasm and excitement and the extra effort into that cover letter is really going to make a difference. Here's just another example of that. So often we get the question of, well, how do I know what to put in my cover letter? What are those key terms and words? And the answer is right in that job description. So this is a great sample internship description for research and communications internship. So what we did here is just highlight some of those key terms. I encourage you, if you have a paper copy of it, highlight it, or take notes on your phone or on a piece of paper or on your laptop, and see what those key terms are that they are looking for. And then make sure you include those key phrases and terms into your cover letter. So for this example, you can see they allow remote workers. They want to talk about, they're committed to combating climate change and protecting our land, water, and public health. That's right in that first paragraph. So you should really show your enthusiasm for helping the environment if you're applying for this position. You'll also notice that it is the word research is highlighted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I believe 8 different times here. So when if you were writing a cover letter for this internship, you really need to have that where you show your passion for research, your interest in research, and your research experience listed in that cover letter. You want to talk about your strong writing and research skills, your ability to let me see here, provide event support, data management, graphic design. Any key things that you have in here are important. You'll see graphic design and video editing are included not just in the background, but then later in the preferred skills. Especially if you have preferred skills, make sure you indicate that because that will set you up above and beyond that next candidate. One more example of that here shows how you can actually put those into that cover letter. So the grade box on the left is a sample internship description. So you can see here for that first paragraph for Massachusetts Community Water Watch, they're looking for students who are going to collect, identify, and analyze samples. We highlighted that, the bolding is ours. Make sure then, because that is the first thing they're looking for, you want to talk about that experience that you have. You probably don't have experience doing that in real life in a job or internship. That's the whole point of internships, to give college students experiences, right? Employers don't expect you to have paid experience in that area. So instead, you can see here in the second paragraph of this sample cover letter, talk about what your experiences through the classroom, through your labs, through any volunteer experience you have. So in this case, for collect, identify, and analyze samples, the student says, in my lab classes, I regularly practice collecting pond water samples and analyzing them to identify organisms. Include those key phrases right into your cover letter by matching and showing those skills and your experiences. That's a really great way for that employer to see your qualifications. Another way you can do that is to create a little chart. Write those, as you see those keywords or phrases in that job description in the company website, put that on the left, say what they want. What are those exact things they're looking for? And then brainstorm yourself. What do you have that matches? What are your qualifications, your abilities, and your skills? And then think about what they're looking for. Companies are looking for someone with these professional skills that are listed down below. Leadership experience, communication skills, teamwork, presentation skills, digital technology, intercultural fluency or diversity experience. These are things that are really important to employers. Think about ways that you can phrase these into your cover letter. You also want to show your connection or your interest to the organization. Let them know that you are not just blindly applying to this company, that you've really done your research and you're interested in it. Any connection you might have, include it. Obviously, if you have someone told you about a job who works at that position, ask them if you can use their name. I heard about this position from Erin Charwadi in your data management department, who raves about the workplace environment that you have there at Meditech. So different examples here. These are just a couple ways that you can include that. If you don't have a connection, look at that last bullet there. I believe in the important work that you do. Show that enthusiasm, show that interest, and that you know the company that you would be working for. It takes a little time to do this research, but it makes a big difference. When you are writing your cover letter, you want to make sure, again, every job gets its own cover letter. Vary that first word of your sentences and paragraphs. Don't have every single paragraph start with the word I. You want to make sure you are professional, enthusiastic, direct. Don't repeat information or copy your resume. You want to expand on your resume instead. Think of it as using things from your resume to enhance, to write that cover letter. And finally, come see us. We are here to help you. If you have any questions on how to write a cover letter, if you want a review of your cover letter, we will be back after our time on Zoom. We will be back in the office this fall of 2021 and ready to meet with you. We will also have in-person career peer advisors who are available on a walk-in basis in our office in 321 Morrill 2. We have great resources on our website, and don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions on how to write a cover letter. Thank you.